will sit and see you there. My name's Nina, and today we will be viewing the play Hamlet by William Shakespeare through the feminist lens. But before we can begin, let's meet our characters.
Hi, I'm Ophelia.
And I'm King Claudius.
And I am Hamlet.
Oh my, they seem like a lively bunch. Now you might be wondering, what does feminism have to do with Hamlet? Well, let's see our characters for that.
Hello, King.
Hello, Hamlet.
So, how about women in Hamlet?
Oh, what a joke.
I know, they're terrible. Well, goodbye.
Okay.
While this may be harsh, this view was generally accepted at the time, and even to a certain extent now. But I think Ophelia has something else to say.
Feminine lens reveals the social hierarchy of man and woman. Through this lens, you look at the play focusing on the power of man and the outspoken figure that is woman. Not always directly stated, men would refer to women in dehumanizing ways, asserting their dominance in the world. What jerks!
Couldn't have said it better myself, Ophelia. While Ophelia may feel this way, there are a couple things to consider about Hamlet when viewing it through the feminist lens. For example, the time period was the 1600s, and women were very low in society. So essentially, women had no say in anything men felt women should not be involved in. When Ophelia is disrespected and ignored, we must keep in mind that this was normal for women to not be given respect. Since women are unimportant in this society, Ophelia does not have the power to change her fate or express herself. The men who surround her, who have no consideration for her mental state and true feelings, control her. The manipulation the men in Ophelia's life bestow upon her lead her to kill herself, thus relieving her from her madness. In many of Shakespeare's plays, women are given inconsistent roles that suddenly are killed off when the innocence is lost. Ophelia goes mad once Polonius, her father, is killed. To make matters worse, her brother has no regard for how she is feeling because of his desire for revenge against Hamlet. The killing of innocent women in Shakespearean works is to define the loss of their innocence. Wow, that was a mouthful. But to sum it up, although there are many features we must remember while reading Hamlet, one of the most important underlying aspects is how women were viewed and treated in the early 1600s. This is a reflection of not only the time period, but the views. Now let's go see what Hamlet and Ophelia are up to. I think they have some questions.
So, Ophelia, what questions should we consider while reading the feminist lens of Hamlet?
Well, Hamlet, that's a great question. I would watch for my treatment among the men in the play, especially Polonius and King Claudius. Even though I'm integral to their plan, I'm kept in the dark for most of the play.
Ah.
Another question that readers should ponder is how much sway does the queen have? And truly, how much does she know? Is she in on the plan to trick her son? Or is she in the dark like the other women in the play?
Wow, those are some great questions.
Thanks, Hamlet. You've always been so kind to me.
Get thee to an honorary.
What great questions to help us better understand the feminist lens. Now that we've asked some questions, and we know a little bit about the time frame and some background information, let's look at some characters. First up, we have Ophelia. Ophelia only shows up 5 out of the 20 scenes in Hamlet. However, she plays a very important role. By only showing up in this amount of scenes, it is clear that the importance of women is diminished. Male actors dominate the play. Ophelia has some qualities that serve as a Shakespearean archetype for women, such as easily manipulated, quiet, emotional, and naive. She also chooses to blame herself and those instead of those who are rightly responsible. This personifies the idea that men are always right. Even though she does not openly express so, Ophelia actually has a lot going on.
But it's okay. I forgive them.
Even though Ophelia is an important character, she's critiqued heavily by the feminist lens. Now that we've looked at characters, and we've learned some questions, and we've looked at the book, I think that it's time we finally analyze some scenes. This scene takes place right after Hamlet's famous to be or not to be speech.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Just then, Hamlet runs into Ophelia, who is placed in a room as a pawn by Polonius and King Claudius. While they may hide, Hamlet already knows this.
Hello, Hamlet.
Hello, Ophelia.
Hamlet quickly senses that he's being watched.
Is anyone listening?
Hamlet takes this as a yes and immediately blames everything on Ophelia.
Where are your father? Is the king home?
Yes.
Well then,
This makes Hamlet angry.
I loved you once. But now, wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them.
At this moment, Hamlet effectively abandons Ophelia. She has lost the one true love of her life. By saying God hath given you one face, and you make yourself another, Hamlet is basically shaming Ophelia for having no voice, even though she was pressured into it by her father and Polonius. Ophelia is basically alone now. To make matters worse, Ophelia's father and the king enter. They do not console her whatsoever. Because Ophelia is a woman, it is her civic duty to sit there and not offer any opinions on the subject, even if it is crushing her. In this scene, it is clear that the attitude toward women is very low. Ophelia is torn apart by 3 men and is unable to stand up to any of it. If the scene had not been viewed through the feminist lens, we would be unable to see the supremacy of man over woman. During this time, Hamlet throws many insults at Ophelia in many different forms, but all mock her gender and character, implying that not only she, but all women are weak.
Heavenly powers restore him.
This is Ophelia's equivalent of crying for help. It could either be directed at her father and the king behind the curtain, or another being. Either way, she is asking for protection, not trying to be assertive.
I want no more marriages.
This essentially cuts off his relationship with Ophelia, showing that he had the power to end it, not her.
Oh, but Hamlet.
No! Get thee to a nunnery!
This is one of the most iconic scenes of Hamlet. Once again, Hamlet shows his power over Ophelia by telling her what to do. The events leading up to the Get Thee to a Nunnery scene are very important. They give insight into Ophelia's mind, which is pressured and degraded by not only her father, but the king and Hamlet. It is no wonder why she was so upset. With all this talk, I think it's time for our own play within a play.
Well, hello, and welcome to our play within a play. Our cast has prepared Macbeth for you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Really? Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I've been informed that our cast is sick, so we'll just do a stand-up act instead. Ophelia, get over here. Ophelia, tell us a joke.
Well, this is just off the top of my head, but what do you call a grizzly bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
Did you find that funny? No. Ophelia, that wasn't funny.
What do you mean it wasn't funny?
Well, you know, it just wasn't funny. Now this is funny. What did my wife do when she got in the kitchen? Made me a sandwich! Ah!
Oh, that's terrible. What about this one? What did the alien say to the tree? Take me to your cedar.
That is not good either. How about this one? Sandwich! Ah! Very good one.
Oh no. Here's my third joke. What did the astronaut think of the takeoff? She thought it was a blast.
That was not very funny either. How about this one now? Sandwich! Ah!
This isn't very nice at
Oh well then. I thought they were good. Well, yes, I agree. They were great. Ah, thank you, Hamlet. You're welcome, King.
We are not responsible for any of the offensive material found in this segment. We are sorry if it offended you. It wasn't very nice, I agree. We'll talk to them later. Goodbye. My, that was interesting. Well, after that wonderful intermission, let's get back to work, shall we? Now, where were we? Oh, that's right, yes. We were back at scenes. Let's go analyze another one, shall we? I will speak daggers to her, but not hurt her. This scene takes place right after the play within a play. Hamlet is called up to his mother's room after she is disgruntled by the play that she just saw.
Hamlet, come up here.
Yes, Mother. I can't believe that you did that. You are terrible. I will not hurt you, but you are terrible. I can't believe you. Why would you do that? Notice that even though this is Hamlet's mother, he still speaks disrespectfully to her. He does have a reason, however, it does not warrant his responses to the queen, Gertrude. As a mother and as his queen, he should not be speaking to her like this. In reality, this is not right, but the queen does nothing to sort out Hamlet's actions. Even as a young boy, Hamlet has complete control over the queen.
Why would you speak such daggers to me?
You are incredible! How? How could you do that? Are you to tell me that you did not know all along that my uncle was going to do this? How could you?
What did he do?
Even in this moment, when Hamlet is verbally attacking her, she cannot defend herself. Furthermore, the fact that she has no idea what's going on is a testament to the lack of information that the king is feeding her.
I don't know.
Well, I do not believe you. I cannot believe any of this. Good day. During and after the conversation, the queen is fearful for her life. Wow, that Hamlet sure is a feisty one. We sure have learned a lot today, whether it be through the analysis of quotes, the analysis of scenes, or through the background information about Hamlet. How about some closing words before we end it? In Shakespeare's Hamlet, the treatment of Ophelia and the Queen as inferior objects by men conveys the prominence of the oppression of women in Elizabethan society and to this day and age.